Order number 47. Number 47, your order's ready.
What's up, guys?
Taco Tuesday!
Taco
Tuesday!
Vice with the Michelada,
La
Ruckus
vida de no hablo.
with the tie-dye and some chains going on.
Got all dressed up in the house.
Got the
Big
hand
crystal
sanitizer
energy.
ready to go.
DJ Fi with the fourth meal sample, though.
Is that some lube? What you got going on?
Is that the Bob's Big Boy? Ode to Bob's Big. Yeah, it's hot.
Fourth meal podcast.
That's a hot
Nice.
one.
We just did it. You said what is Louis?
The
What's
Bob's Big Boy? It's a play on Bob's Big Boy. It's hot. It's hot.
Merchandise. HMC's merchandise game is fire.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, bro. Welcome back, guys. Is this part 4 or 5? What is it? Part 4?
I don't know.
It's the
I think
fourth
this is
one
4.
together.
Yeah.
Part
Fourth
4.
meal.
How you guys doing so far?
Man.
For quarantine week number what? Where are we at? 5 weeks? 4
It's
weeks?
been 5th. Yeah, it's been over a month.
It's over a
Well, for-
month for sure.
Yeah, it's been over a month.
We went into quarantine on the 12th of March.
And just a guaranteed extension in LA to May 15th, right?
Yep, May 15th in LA. God knows what's going on in Vegas. What's the update there?
I think it's pretty much the same. But I don't think until June, even in LA.
I think it's going further for
It's
sure.
gonna just keep getting pushed back, pushed back.
I think they're trying not to scare people, so they do it a little bit at a time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, for sure. They don't want to just come out the bat and be like, all right, everyone's fucked till 2021.
Yeah.
Because that's
Well, you
probably
know
what's
what?
gonna happen.
I saw some headline of some sort saying that 2021 will be the first time that concerts will be back in full effect.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And even then, they're saying capacities will be different.
Yeah.
For a while.
Man, what do you guys think are some permanent changes from this whole pandemic? Like,
I'll say the first one.
Cleaning the turntables. Really
Cleaning the turn.
carefully.
That's good.
hold on,
I lick my fingers so much when I'm DJing. It's just
low key. You know what I kind of want to start doing?
What?
Hold on, I'll show you.
I'll tell you one thing real quick. That'll definitely be a change. I'm never drinking from a bottle with someone else.
Wasn't
Right.
that crazy?
I'm never drinking from a bottle.
I
Never
used to
drinking from a
hate that
bottle.
anyway.
I hated that.
I
No
think even
chance.
like the shaking hands is gonna be a little iffy. After.
Shaking hands is canceled, man. It's over.
Hey,
That's
Roll
so
them both.
uncomfortable.
I'm about to
though.
walk in the club with my own mic.
With your own mic. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause that spit guard.
You know how bad that mic is, bro? Everyone's spitting in it.
Gross.
It's worse than the turntables.
And you know
And
that's
our
not
mouth
getting
is
clean.
touching it and like,
You know it's not getting clean.
Wow.
Bring your own mics, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a
Wire
pop
that
rocker.
shit in. Fuck it. You don't have to figure out a cordless. Just have a wire.
And always
Man.
have sanitizer wipes in your bags.
Or the wipes and wipe them down, which
Yeah.
will help. But,
That's gonna be a reality for sure.
oh my God.
sanitizing,
It's gonna be
wipes.
uncomfortable though. Like I feel weird. Like just like like I was raised by being told to shake somebody's hand, look them in the eye, etc.
Yeah.
And just the energy of what that is when you coming in a room saying hello or getting to know somebody, whatever it is. It's like,
Yo, I'm just going to start bowing like Japanese people. I'm just be like this.
yo, they've been ahead of the game.
They've been
Right.
ahead of the game, bro. They've been wearing masks.
Even to the point when you're in Japan or in different parts of Asia, when you put your credit card on the little tray,
Yeah.
and they hide it and you don't touch, you don't do any contact.
Bro,
You know?
they got it figured out over there. I think
they're
we're
like
gonna
5,000 years ahead of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But I think a lot of these changes are just gonna be full time. It's forever now.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
this is changing the way we're gonna live for sure.
It'd be
Yes,
interesting to
yes.
see how it comes back. It's going to come back very awkward. It's
Very
well,
awkward.
Well, it's going to come back awkward, and I think it's like the first parties back are going to be out of control. Like I think
Out
it's gonna be
of
so much
just
fun.
go
I
ham.
can tell you right now, I feel so weird. Like the need for like human contact. Like I'm super
Oh,
alone.
yeah.
Like Vice, you have your family and stuff. I haven't like hugged
Yeah.
somebody. It's like the whole need for contact and like conversation. And as DJs, we're used to so much of it. We're always around people. You're always in a group. You're always at a date. You're always traveling, and like I equate a lot of my happiness to like the access that I have in the world. Like I can go anywhere and get sorted and know where I'm going or go know my way around some random city or random country because of DJ World, etc. And it's like I'm blocked out of that completely, and my happiness for that reason is like I don't even like day to day. I've never been more like I don't know how I feel today. I'm usually like always happy.
Yeah. Are you going outside at all, like for runs or anything or walks?
Yeah, I've been training and stuff. I've been running. I've been working out. I'll go for a hike. Vegas. That's actually why I decided to come to Vegas. It's a little less shut down. Like people aren't monitoring. Hey, where are you going? You're driving. Oh, okay, you're going to a park. What are you guys doing here? That kind of thing. There's not a lot of people out, which is good. But if you go to like a rural area in like Red Rock somewhere where there's not really a hike and kind of find a way to go, go through a little trail.
Do you know what's crazy? Today is the first day where like I drove to the office and like I almost hit traffic.
Yeah.
Like people are out. Like people are just starting to like lose their minds. They're just going. I'm not saying they're going anywhere, but even if they're just going for drives, there's a lot of cars on the road. A lot, bro.
As the weather changes, that's gonna happen.
It's such a nice day.
Oh,
today.
Dude, look, it's sunny in LA.
Yeah, today's
It's
hot.
sunny in LA, bro.
I'm gonna today. It's
I went to the grocery store on Sunday with bad traffic too, so just people are going nuts, man.
How are the grocery stores? Are the grocery stores busy in line?
Dude,
there's long lines.
Let me talk on that.
And they're disgusting.
Yes.
They're so creepy.
No, I went to a Japanese one, right? And then people were fighting in line because this dude got mad that this guy had his whole family there, like four.
Wow.
His wife and 3 kids, and the guy was like filming. It's like, oh, this guy's like, bringing his kids out here, and then they're filming each other and they're arguing. I'm like,
bro,
dude,
that's the thing. Like people are like, oh, we're all in this together. It's gonna bring us closer. Hell no, it's making everyone like, every man for themselves.
I mean, I hope overall that it does bring people closer together. But yes, I think people are just aggravated right now. They're agitated. They're kind of like, they feel cooped up. Everyone feels like they're in jail. For instance, yesterday I went to
Target. It brings friends closer together.
I went to Target. I went to Target yesterday, and the line was like 75 deep.
Yeah.
And I pulled in, and I had done an online order with a curbside pickup. Like you don't even get out of your car. You pull into the parking spot. You hit them with what stall you're in. They come over and they drop your bags in your car. But 75 plus people were in line waiting to just go inside. And I was kind of like, why are these people doing that? But I also feel like it's just something for them to do.
It is.
Get out and be like, I'm in line. I'm waiting to go inside. Because you can order on your everyone in that line was on their phone.
It's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of that, and it's a little bit of people that, like, my mom wouldn't know what curbside pickup is online. Like, she would go to the store and wait in a line. Like, there's a lot of people that don't know technology the way we do.
I see a lot of older folks that are just kind of
there's
like,
a lot of that.
I can't go inside. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, that's one feature I hope stays forever because I ordered.
Oh, that's here.
I ordered a new router from Best Buy, bought it online. 20 minutes later, I got the email, your thing's ready for pickup. Drove up, opened my trunk. The lady asked me for my order number, threw it in my trunk, and I dipped.
Dipped.
I heard they're stopping self-checkout inside the grocery stores and stuff. You're not allowed to self-checkout anymore because of the
they don't do that.
Oh,
yeah.
Not supposed to, but Rite Aid still.
What are paparazzi doing? Right? I mean, everybody's out of work, but what are paparazzi doing right now?
They out of work.
Like,
creeping in people's houses,
waiting outside the crib to take pictures of somebody with a mask on. Can you tell if it's them when they come out?
Yeah.
Now, they ain't got no work for them.
Yeah, they're at, everyone's fucked, man. Let's talk about you guys' live performance for Marquee.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I know Vice went first, and then Ruckus did one the other yesterday. 2 days ago.
I got bodied, so I was getting too techie and ran a signal so that I could hear if somebody chimes in, and ended up having something with a microphone headphone sending my cue back to the master. So like, I know 5 came in and he was like, yo, there's like, the sound sounds really distorted. It was reading the signal out of the headphones, out of the microphone, as soon as it got loud enough to pick up. And then it was reading my cue out of my mixer. So they were hearing me queuing up tracks at the end of the mix. Shit. And I was like, oh, so when I listened back to the live, I was like, no.
The time I listened, it was like a little distorted, but it was overall it was good though. Your mix is good. Like, we're clean.
Yeah, we got down for a little bit, but yeah, eventually
it was very entertaining. The chat was super live, so that was a good part.
Yeah, I was in daughter mode. I missed it. I was in daughter mode with my daughter right before that. Damn. But it was
you did too, right, Vice?
I did too. I did a Marquee one, and I did a Marquee Day Club. So I set up all my equipment outside the house, and I ran a day stream as well.
Sick.
But I mean, going back on that techie side, there's still so much shit I need to learn. I've been trying so many different configurations and how to bring people in on chats, and same thing with Marquee, to bring someone in. Like there's just, man, there's so much that all of us are learning with this live stream.
I saw Politics did his first one the other day and had the sickest background. He had like,
that was dope. The green screen.
Yeah, the green screen was dope.
He got shut down though on the copyright eventually though.
I'm sure.
Yeah. That's another question. If you want to go into the live stream thing, everyone's story is different right now.
Yeah.
People are getting dropped. I've been lucky enough that I've only been dropped like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I heard another DJ got his account canceled.
Wow.
Yeah. I heard another DJ got his account canceled. And then other people I've heard that are putting up signs that like, I don't own this music. So it's like, you don't know what.
It's kind of weird because obviously the people with the upper hand, the D-Nices and the Diddies and, people who can call like the CEO.
Yeah, he actually
Instagram.
I talked to D-Nice yesterday.
Yeah.
And
What did he
he
say?
talked to the IG people.
Of course.
Oh, he did.
Of course. At this point, because he was #1 trending in the world at a certain point. So you get a phone call at some point,
He was like, I was talking to IG the other day and they told me that, Tory Lanez got the idea from me. I'm like,
he actually just posted that. Tory said that yesterday when he went in. D-Nice went inside Tory Lanez's show and he was like, "Yo, D-Nice in the building." He was
told me the exact story yesterday.
Tory Lanez is hot, bro. Tory Lanez is hot.
Quarantine. His hype man is popping.
That shit's funny. The whole production.
Man. We need to get that. He still has that Pioneer effects box.
So
bring that back in.
I still have it.
You should load that shit up.
Bro, he does a really good job with that shit, man.
Oh, you still have yours?
Oh, yeah, my Effects 500.
think that's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I think that's a whole wave of like all these little shows.
So no one's figured out how to. For example, when I went live on,
he's the Howard Stern of IG.
Yeah, for sure.
When you went live on what?
I went live this past week, Saturday night, and I brought in Frankie J to sing a song, right?
Oh, nice.
And the moment he came on, like the IRig disconnects.
Yes.
And then when he leaves, the IRig's just off.
Yeah, I've gone through all these. I've done test runs.
There's no way around that, right?
There's one way that I think I have figured out, but I'm waiting for the device to come in. So the idea of live streaming right now and having a direct feed, right when you bring someone in, your iPhone can't spit that audio back into your mixer.
Right.
Because I use the roll and go, and even with the monitor out of the roll and go, I monitored out back into my mixer, thinking that maybe the audio would come into the roll and go and spit back into channel 1 on the 900. Nothing came out. So there's another device. You guys have the IRig?
Yeah.
Do you know there's an IRig?
I have the GoPro too, or the Go mixer.
The roll and go, but do you have the IRig Extreme?
No.
There's another device.
The day before the quarantine happened, I was bought and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And I checked out and completely forgot. I got to the house and I was like, damn. And they were like, we're closed.
Dude, there's an IRig Stream. And I did all the research on that and I ordered it already. I'm waiting for it to come in. It's like 2 weeks delayed. Yeah. But it has a switch called loopback. And from what I'm reading, it looks like that might be the way to loop back, and you're able to pump in the audio of someone coming into your live stream. So you
can monitor it. But the thing is, so if you have headphones, so you already have your Q headphones, but you can monitor out of the iRig. There's a monitor channel, like you can send the 1/8 inch. You can send it back to yourself, but you have to have another set of headphones. I don't know if it would be good to send it back through the mixer because then it would be another feed.
Right, you'd be switching headphones and shit. Nah, there has to be an easier way.
You need like a little.
There has to be an easier way. For example, for the HMC battle, the DJ battle we did with Def Jam, we originally was like, all right, let's make sure the DJs have an iRig so they can sound good, right? And then when we realized, like, oh, when 2 people are on, the iRig disconnects. But when we went live on the thing, we ended up telling the guys, like, yo, never mind on the iRig, just go live. The first, actually not the first guy, second guy was Presto, and Presto was like, oh, let me just try it. And he plugged in his iRig, and it worked. Yeah. But he was on the bottom screen. He was the guest. Yeah. So I don't know if that has something to do with it.
Yeah, another guy did it too, and it worked. So.
Did you get dropped at all either, Ruckus? Did your feed get dropped from copyright?
I haven't been dropped. When I did the Equinox event, they closed out my sound. Nobody could hear anything, and I was just getting comments like, "Hey, there's no sound," and I was like, "Oh, so that's how they did it. They let my video go, but they stopped the sound."
So we went live on Dare nightclub. We had two. We had a Florida Dare and then Atlantic City Dare, and they kept getting flagged at the same time. But Florida, for some reason, even more, where it got a warning where like they're gonna delete it if you keep going.
How is that club? I've never played the Florida Dare. How is it?
That was
Cool.
good.
It's fun, man. Yeah, dude. It's a
club.
big club and big pool party as well. And it's a different vibe than Miami. Miami's Miami, and Fort Lauderdale's Fort Lauderdale.
Correct.
Kind of like
I grew up in Miami,
LA
very,
to
very
OC.
different. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, LA to OC. People just let loose out there.
Yeah. So
and
then I went live on my own page for like 5 hours, and that was fine.
Yeah.
But I think there's another thing that I talk to a lot of people. You're just like us. We're artist accounts, and we're verified, and the nightclubs are business accounts. So I've been kind of noticing that more people with business accounts are getting flagged more often than
I wonder, and I think it has something to do with monetizing it also. Like I've been talking to the people over at Community. You know how people, everybody shares out their phone number to get their fans in direct contact with them.
Yeah.
So Instagram doesn't allow you to speak to all of your fans at one time ever, especially the ones that have a lot of fans.
Right.
So,
yes.
And that's because they want you to monetize it. So if you start monetizing your advertisements or your lives or whatever it is, they'll start to open up the amount of your fan base that you've built yourself actually see your advertisements, which is pretty messed up.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's what they want you to do. So that's why they don't allow. And I bet you the monetized ones, like when I did Pretty Little Things and some other stuff, I had no issues whatsoever. I can imagine.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's interesting. I didn't think about
Conspiracy theory a little bit, but
honestly, there is no like answer to all this. I think all of us just playing around with I did get dropped, and I dare one of you guys to try it. When I was doing like an old school set, I played Debbie Deb When I Hear Music, and boom, it dropped me. So I'm kind of wondering, like, certain songs drop you. And another one was I heard it from someone else that if you play Post Malone, it drops you.
Really?
I don't know. DJs out there, hit us and let us know.
Got that lawyer team, man.
Dude, let us know, DJs. Try it out.
And Austin Rosen.
I don't want to try it. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know, because I've heard the same about Drake, and I played Drake. Like
I played Drake.
Yeah, everyone says
Rihanna is like big too, and Beyonce.
Yeah.
What do we think about that new Drake record, the Tootsie Slide record?
Bro,
I like it. It's a Drake record. Like I don't mind it.
True story. My daughter wouldn't go to sleep last night. It was like midnight, and I'm laying next to her. I'm like trying to tell her to go to sleep. She goes, "Dad, I want to play the Drake song and do the dance right now."
Yes.
Go, yo, you're 4 years old. That's how infectious that song is.
Yeah.
That's how big that song is.
Yeah.
It's all demos.
I'm torn a little bit because it's like, what is it? But also he's smart enough to know what's going on with the market and TikToks and whatever else. And
like I wouldn't listen to it in the car or anywhere. Like it's not for me, but like I get it. I'm also not gonna hate on it. It's just Drake. It's Drake doing what Drake does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I feel like that's what Drake does, but I feel like he was smart enough to know that he can do this and it's gonna work.
I do have a music question for you guys. Speaking for myself, I'm way out the loop on catching up on new music. Are you guys like up on par? I know this is HMC, but like since you're not out DJing, are you like still like digging for new songs right now, or are you
not
digging
really.
and throwing back a little bit?
Well, one I finally did find two, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a live set with all these artists I expected to do, but I did find two that I'm going to send to HMC and get them featured and do that.
Oh yeah, talk about. Let's get a recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I've been searching through all this stuff, and I really wanted to do a live show where I was playing all of the music and talked about the artists, and kind of did a radio show which was playing just music from the new artists, the unknown artists. I didn't gather enough of it to really do that. So I found two artists that I don't want to talk about yet, but I'll send them to you, and we're gonna get them featured, and I'll start playing them in the set.
Sign them.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so interesting to hear, because like usually like DJs try to not give away their email address because artists can get annoying, right?
Yeah.
And artists are always bugging you. Yo, let me give you this song. Let me give you this song. And finally you open up like, yo, artists, send me your music.
Yeah. And there's not
then
enough of it.
I just think, you know what I realized? It's content overload right now. There's just way too much going on. Like
I heard streaming is down.
Streaming, that's what I'm saying. Because there's so much other shit to do. Like people are spending so much time on the Instagram Live that they don't need to go to Spotify or Apple Music, you know, to listen to music. But streaming numbers are definitely down. I think
like gaming is up. All the gamers, we're not in that world, but I feel like gaming's up.
Gaming's up. I think
pandemic proof.
I think YouTube and Netflix is up as well.
Stay on YouTube. Hulu.
A lot of that stuff is pandemic proof, man.
Channel hop between like all the streaming, you know, TVs.
The other part that's hard about getting a record popping right now as an artist, because I've been working on trying to finish up some records. Like if it goes, like if it does go right now, you can't go anywhere with the record.
Yeah.
You can't go out and perform and DJ. You're not going to get gigs. You're not going to
say we lost train of thought of what you were saying. So, you know, I've been keeping up with like music that's coming out and trying to, you know, stay tight, but there's no understanding of the feeling of what it does to the movement. You know, there's no Mo Bamba right now because there's no gathering.
Yeah.
There's no mosh pit.
You got to think a lot of the way even hip hop trap records break are traditionally in strip clubs in Atlanta. Like there's no one knows what's the hot new street record. No one knows what the hot new, you know, what kids like, what they don't like. Like
ain't no streets right now.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's a tough time for music, tough time for
I do feel though music though right now, for myself playing the live streams, I feel that everyone just wants feel good shit and that throwback like memory music. Like, damn, that was my song. Or like, yo, because you want that nostalgia.
Like in this whole spiritual like comeback and like change of people like needing to slow down and us getting away from a lot of like bullshit and microwaves kind of crappy stuff and whatever. That like that's what's raised to the top. It's really been amazing to watch like good music come back and be like listened to, and to watch groups of people come and listen and be like, you know, it's the songs that we shy away from sometimes in the club, being like, they're not gonna know, and they don't really understand. If I, you know, like you're seeing people be like, no, this is that shit. And
dude. So MOS last night did like a 4-hour set of just New Edition.
Damn.
Like obviously as a group, and then individual songs. So there's not enough New Edition.
That's hot.
MOS is a bad man.
DVD records, Johnny Gill, like all just Bobby Brown. Yeah, Ralph,
that's hot.
Bell, like just all the guys individually, and it was dope, bro. And he was up at like 900 to 1,000 viewers the entire time.
Yeah.
That's dope. I think themed also works really big for myself. Like I was kind of just doing open format going this Tuesday. Yeah. And then I kind of have been doing like the last few times on the stream some themes, and it feels fun to me as a DJ just to get in that mode and be like, oh, what about this one, that one, instead of just like, oh, this way, that way, this way, like as the open format that we always are. Yeah, but just to be like all West Coast or all throwback 90s or pop music or whatever.
I think that's important to do that because like you said, you pre-promote it, people know what they're getting, because what we've had this conversation before about open format DJing. So what I notice is sometimes I might get on my thing and feel like doing a classic house set, and then someone will pop in the chat's like an athlete that knows me from my hip hop set, and I see him in the comments and I'm like, he's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing right now. And then, or like if I play hip hop, people are like, oh, play some house shit. Like there's just no good balance. So I think when you do theme them out and say, hey, today I'm only playing classics, 90s or whatever, house music today, like then people kind of just know. There's obviously people that didn't catch the promo and not pop in, but whatever. But like I think it's very hard because I felt that way the last this weekend I went live twice, and I felt like it was fun, but I felt like you would see people like confused. Like, what do you play? Like, I'll see you play house. I'll see you play hip hop. I'll see you play trap edits. I'll see you play twerk shit. I see you play Latin.
Who are you?
Yeah,
that's dope though, because that's just showcasing your talent, all of our talents, as being versatile and just able to take it any different way. But in these times, we could be like, oh, I just want to stick to reggaeton for an hour long and do that. And like, that's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's dope to do that because it shows our range, but it's better to plan it and keep that theme. And then the next day, because like when you bounce around all those genres in one set, people are like, they come and go. They're like, oh, I like that other set. I don't like this shit. I'm out.
I like also when I'm streaming and someone will hit me like, yo, we're loving this. I'm dancing with my kid in the house and I'm playing like, motherfuck Dre, motherfuck Snoop, motherfuck Death Row.
So I was watching
like, shit.
I watched a really dope panel on Zoom that we're on a couple of days ago. And it was like Big Boy from radio. It was YG, my boy Anthony Soleil that manages Nas and Future and Gunna. It was Fuzzy, Miguel was in there, Janaea Aiko was in there. It was like artists and execs and label people and radio people all having a discussion. And they were talking about like touring, and they said the same thing. It's whole years of rap. We're talking about like capacity, but they talked about streaming being down. And one of the things which Vice just touched on, one of the things that brings streaming down is now the guy that listens to like his favorite hood shit has to be, respectful to his daughter and his wife, and they listen to different type of music. So now that's why like Stevie Wonder's streams are probably through the roof, but like Lil Uzi isn't, because of that. Now you have people stuck in a home with their family, and they have to like be family friendly for the whole family.
They're sharing. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Interesting point.
I got a diverse home. I got a frat boy, my son who's 21 upstairs cracking White Claws with me, and a daughter downstairs asking for Drake as a 4-year-old. I'm like, yo, what is going on here?
Who's like really good with the theme though is Angie. Like every day she has a new theme, right?
Yeah, Angie V. Props to her, man. Every day at noon. Wow, she's been putting in work. I've scaled back. I'm at this point. I'm only gonna do Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock, and then on Saturday and Sunday, whenever I catch a vibe, I will jump out. That's it.
Do you feel like you're working more, like overall, not working more like sets, but like working more on things in general in this like so-called time off?
For me, I'm doing more home work in the sense of home and like dishes and cleaning shit like that. Right. But on the DJing side, I'm glad that we're streaming because all of us, our skills are staying sharp. Yep. Our skills are we're still working, digging in the crates the way we're digging in the crates. I've never digged like this in years. Years.
Makes you sharper than normal.
Bro,
for sure.
I feel like when we do come out of this, we're even going to be better than we were before because we're putting in this is practice time, bro. Yeah. We didn't put this in. I would probably say most of us just went to the gig, performed 2 to 3 days a week, sometimes maybe 4, but like, and we did our thing. This is like us in the lab practicing while everybody watches.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, for someone that does do it live every day, are you burnt out yet, or you're still loving it?
I'm not. I wasn't burnt out. I think getting into the theme lane right now is like exciting me again. So like I enjoy it. I enjoy it right now. The part about is catching a vibe I put a picture up yesterday of a plain white room with just folding tables and my equipment. That's the part, is like trying to catch your vibe and read comments and DJ and be interactive.
Right there.
It's work. I'm sweating, bro. I'm breaking a sweat. I'm like really working.
I like more doing lives than like I ever like was DJing in a club.
Yeah.
Me too, bro.
I'm retired, man.
I just feel like I need to have a drink. I'm like, I feel so awkward in front of this camera. No crowd reaction.
That's what I'm scared of, is like getting into that system where like I have to drink every day because I'm on the turntables, and like
my theme is like,
I'm at, bro. That's why I was like, I kind of want to retire from the lives.
I'll hold it down. I got you.
Thank you.
My theme is like, how much can I drink till my shirt comes off? And then
I got like I did tell you guys that I got like a DM about someone saying, well, I'll send you money for a shout out for a birthday.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, someone sent me like $100, but like I didn't even like just.
Yeah.
Or he's like, yo.
One of my boys sent me money today. He was just like, and I was like, why did you send me money? He's like, tacos on me for your live stream. I was like, bro,
Hey, send it to us too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Amazing.
Oh,
I think, I think
And
it's time
Jedi.
to allow that. I think it's time to allow people like DJs, whatever, people are starting to get to that space where they got to make money. Like,
Yeah.
I saw Z-Trip having a conversation with some platform the other day, and he was talking about, he saw some people that were like selling their equipment and stuff and things like that, where it's like, if you're in love with this craft and you get into that position where you're giving away what it is that allows you to do what it is that you love, it's like that's a problem. And so it should be all right, like
let me ask you guys. Go ahead, Bob.
Did you guys see, speaking of sending money, did you guys see the Kid Capri did a GoFundMe for like
he finally did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you see it? It's like up like to like $100,000.
For what? What's it for?
That's what everyone was responding. It was like, what is this for? Where is this going? Because there wasn't much like details.
Oh, I want to know. I hope it's something. I mean, like,
I think
people were
retweeting
it. It was like, what is this for? Where's this going? We need details. Like, that's all I saw yesterday.
Yeah, I would love to read that.
Let me ask you guys this: is there the way you guys did? We all already perform for nightclubs. Is there an opportunity for other DJs that are listening that, their residencies aren't happening anymore? Is there a way for them to like get a little bit of money for taking over their local nightclub's Instagram? Or should they do that as a favor the way we have? And how long can we keep doing favors like that?
I think we're back in this space. Like, you remember what it was like when you first started DJing. You had to go play as much for free as possible. I always for lack of a better term, I would say you got to let them taste the crack so that they get addicted. You want to go crush a show as many times as you possibly can, so that somebody goes, "We'll pay you to do this because you're good at this."
Right.
And I think everybody should be in that space right now. Until things get back to normal. But if you have to either build a brand new following here that you don't have, or don't have platforms of companies to jump on or partner with or whatever, you should be getting out there as much as possible. It's sort of like a brand new start for all of us in a certain way.
Mm-hmm. I would say at this point, it's going to pass. We know we're going to get through this at some point, right? I would say for local DJs to find, like you said, brands, restaurants, whatever it may be, to partner with to get your name out there, because you're going to come back and you want to be a name that everybody knows, that everybody, I had heard about you through this Instagram or that Instagram. So even with, like, I give you props, Ruckus, for collabing with so many different people on their Instagram outside of just nightclubs. You went to like brands. And I think that on a small scale, there's so many missed opportunities by local DJs in small markets that could partner up with even a restaurant that might have, 10,000 followers in their area or something like that. It's more than them, more than that DJ might have.
Dispensaries all over
get
the
down.
place.
Dispensaries, do a 420 set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's creeping up.
I got offered for one of those too. I hit you at Ruckus.
Yep.
I would 420 sets. I'll drop the hint. I have a Cinco de Mayo little idea that I'm about to launch soon. So
you got to dress up like Diablo,
because we're going to be quarantined for Cinco de Mayo. So I have this project that I'm going to launch, like, hopefully the next few days, that I'll drop about what I'm going to do on Cinco de Mayo, because we're all locked up on Cinco de Mayo. I'm already warming up.
There's going to be no
fight. You need a refill, bro.
I do. Damn.
For my convo with D Nice yesterday, he was telling me, like, yo, now it's our time to shine. Like, he was like,
brands got to be coming to him left and right.
And he's
and he's selling merch. That's dope.
Yeah, he's up to 2 million followers. He's got to be selling merch. Things like that, merchandise, or like YouTube follow, like Logan Paul and all these kind of people are just crushing it right now. They've been ahead of the game, this whole time. So all of the things these are like pandemic proof businesses.
Yeah. No, that's the move, man.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing Vice said is, like, it's all about your exposure right now. Like, there's a lot of DJs I know, like a good friend, Ever was so nervous to go live. And I was like, bro, go live. Like, you can't be forgotten. You're not on the radio right now. Just go live. Don't be afraid. And he had a blast. Loved it. And I was just like, see, like, it's just like, it's time to, like, just do it. And, like, don't worry about how many viewers you get. Like, just go. Like, that's what, you know what I think? That's what scares people. Oh, what if I don't get a lot of viewers? You know what I mean? Like,
Post it on your Facebook. Take the video.
Too. It scares me. It scares us all. Like, it's kind of like an embarrassing feeling in our own head. No one else cares. They're just being entertained. You know.
I saw one thing on this social media video I was watching, and it was outside of DJing, but it was like, even if you have 22 people in your stream, let's just say you have 22 people you're rocking. At the end, you save that video, the top left button when you end your stream on Instagram, save it and post it on your Facebook, because that will be viewed on your Facebook and might get shared to other people. And then you go back to like, oh, I had 2,000 views on that video on Facebook. And Instagram and Facebook are the same platform, they're same ownership, so you can share the videos there.
And,
and then people will get to know you. They'll catch you on the next one.
And it's a recorded set. Something.
If you don't have a personality, you're not on the mic, but you're just playing good shit. Like, yo, try it out. Throw it up there.
I had a homie in Hawaii yesterday that went on DJ XL, and he was just playing good shit. And it was like 22 people in the chat, but I was in there. Like, he was killing it, and I was sharing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
the thing. Like, if you're in there rocking, like, people are gonna start sharing it.
Yeah.
You'll see it build. You'll see it build. You see.
That's the other thing too, is planting the seed and building something. It's like, you make your artwork for it, you advertise it, you start it, and you do like you're doing. Be there every day at 5 o'clock, or be there every Wednesday at whatever time, or there's more like solidification than there was us moving around to a bunch of different nightclubs. It's like, exactly where I'm going to be every time. Right now.
Hey, if you build it, they will come.
Yes, sir.
But if you don't build it, they ain't showing up nowhere, bro. Word. Hey, Vice, I know you got to go live in a little bit, so we'll let you go.
Yes, sir. It's Tuesday. I'm going to meet you Laura in. I might do one more. we'll go reggaeton today. I'm going to go all like Latin vibes. We'll go Latin vibes.
You heard it here first. By the time this airs, you're already off the air, though.
But I'll be refilling this one.
All right, guys. Good to see you guys.
All right. Peace, brothers.
Peace, brothers.